welcome to an all new season, all new version of dkgWELP, the aforementioned Drunk Kids Gaming podcast. Um, I have so many questions.
I'm just waiting for the pure praise that's going to come out of your voice for me picking a video.
I have so many. First of all, why is she just recording herself taking groceries out of the car?
Ah, my young Kaz, you have stumbled upon the real question of the evening. What content was this woman making for her I'm a battered housewife who has to do all of the groceries by myself trunk from the ground up angle video that was then so fortuitously helped out by her young I don't know what are kids these days called, Gen Zs. Is that a Gen Z or is that just a baby at this point?
Yeah, I think that I don't
know what the breakdowns. The breakoffs.
I can't keep up with that shit, bro. I can't keep up.
But besides the opening cold fart, you
cold fart.
You now have tuned into episode 1. I
figure it out.
I hate the numbering. Can we just decide that year 4? We fix the numbering. We decide on the numbering. There was a period of time where we were numbering episodes numerically like you do, episode 1 to whatever. And then there was a period of time where we decided that we're going to take a small break and then come back as season 2 or volume 2, as we called it, because we thought season was done. But then people were confused about the volume terminology. So I just started haphazardly switching between season and video and volume, just willy-nilly, depending on what I felt like for that week, which then led to more confusion. And now we're in what is technically season 4, volume 4, whatever you want to call it, episode 1? But that confuses people more often. So should we just call it episode 141 or 142? Depending on where we're at, depending on how you count. But still season 4? SO4E 141? Whelp 2? That would be even more confusing. We're not at Whelp 2 yet. We haven't evolved. We haven't taken our moonstone yet to evolve.
I guess in brackets we can do
I'm not adding brackets. Brackets are right out. Brackets are so 1990s, and we're in 2020 now.
S41141, right?
I don't need you to tell me your favorite Korean pop bands. Okay, I need you to talk about what we're actually doing here right now. Be present, Kaz, please.
I am.
I don't need to know your favorite fucking league team. S4112 Telecom. Please stay in the moment.
Look, either you learn the number system or you get off the boat. That's how it is. Fuck it. Fucking this is version 4, episode 1.
Version we're going with. Volume is what I had written before.
Versions, I don't know, whatever, Doug. Fucking, if you can learn Harry Potter, you can learn this, all right? Fuck off.
I mean, if you can learn Kingdom Hearts, you can learn this.
Yeah.
If you can do 365 days divided by 2 plus fucking 7 Sokotoa, then you can do the math for this. I don't know. This is technically an episode 140 something, but it's technically our first episode from what is now this year of podcasting, which is season 4. Season 1, year 1, took maybe 2.5 years to decide that we were going to take a break from it and go onward. But it's all the same.
I mean, we burnt out at some point. We touched the sun. We fell back to earth, bruised, hurt, and scared.
Can I say though for that first burnout, that was a real burnout though. That was a fucking existential burnout. That wasn't like we, nowadays where, we were like, okay, Christmas time's coming. We both know that we're going to be a little busy. We're going to take a little time for ourselves. We'll be back in the new year. We don't exactly know when, but it'll be some time. But that first one was just like, fuck this, fuck everything we do, fuck it all, fuck it, I don't care. you know what? They'll fucking deal with it. Fuck it. Fuck. And then we came back stronger and happier than ever. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we're fucking, and I can say like it was interesting because we hit the stride at like kind of the same time. Like normally it's like we kind of pick each other up and it's like, nah, we can keep going, we got it, like let's go. It was just like, nah, we both fell in the mud and we were like, no, I'm gonna lay here. Yeah, no. I'm with you.
I wish there was a tracker. I mean, as we grow and get bigger, there at some point there's someone needs to take over the mantle to just chart a fucking a scatter graph, a plot line fucking graph of when Kaz and I's mental health line up at the same time into a bad place. And then all of a sudden there's just fucking tire fires everywhere. And it's like, we don't care. We don't fucking care. Fuck it. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Let's destroy that. Let's destroy that altogether. Like, who cares? You know what? I'm going to stream porn. I'm just going to stream porn and see what happens. I just want to see what happens. Fuck it. Let's just push the issue.
What are they really going to do? What are they really going to do?
I'm not going to partner me. You're going to fucking get this
whenever you
partnered.
Whenever you hear that from us, whenever you hear, what are they really going to do? What are they really going to do? Like, that's when you know we're at that moment. Because that's when we say that. It's, what are they really going to do? What are they really? What's John Twitch going to fucking do?
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry,
What's
man.
he going to get mad?
Fuck
I don't
it.
give a fuck.
When you hear me start going, just, I'm going to move to Mixer. Let's do Mixer. It's all the same. Fuck it.
Speaking of moving, it's being that it's the start of the year. It's about that time where we normally get to talking about what the fuck.
Look how crisp Kaz is. That's all I got to say. Fuck everything else he was going to build up to. Look how crisp he is. If you're not a video viewer, or you're not watching for some reason on whatever the fucking highest.
Hold on. The stream is freaking out, my dude.
Oh, good. Am I talking about audio or video quality when Twitch is having a bad time? Yeah. That's fantastic. For what it's worth, my current recording version, my local version, is fine.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. So when you watch this on YouTube later and then you see chat freaking out, they're just pretending. They're just making a bit out of it. Yeah, I'm not losing any frames to Twitch, but I'm recording just fine. So that's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of fucking just random segues, I did a test stream earlier, so that went relatively well. Some minor issues I gotta figure out. I have some audio issues that I need to suss out.
You're jumping in way too quickly. There's too much going on here.
All right,
One,
what's up?
Kaz has moved.
Piece it out.
Yeah. So get that off the first thing. For those that have been here for a long ass time, you've known Kaz as being one of the most amazing hosts of anything you can ever be. He's a fantastic shot caller and storyteller, and I'm literally, there's no actual punchline. I'm just praising the fuck out of you. You're amazing. And one of the biggest problems is that you've always not been able to do your own kind of shit because you have garbage internet, and it's been sad for me here as well. Because I mean, literally, you've heard me berate people that I try to bring into things because they just don't have good connections in the year of our Lord 2020 at this point. But we've known that your situation is not because of your own indecision to do things, but it's because you got in a shitty area and that was life. You've now moved, or moving, you're in the process of, you're in the new place, and it's leaps and bounds different. It's not even funny. One, you're not cutting out, you're not roboing every 5 seconds, and two, you can see you. If my internet apparently, or Twitch's internet ever fucking clears up, they can see you as well. And yeah, I'm happy for that. And now, you've done a test stream as of today, which means more content coming from Kaz, and more content coming out of that. I think you're frozen on my screen. No, okay.
No,
cool.
I'm moving.
Okay, cool. You are very stoic. I was just waiting for you to blink for a moment, and I couldn't see you blink.
That's a normal thing, man. That's still just a me thing.
But we're here now. We're here in a world of cash. Cash 2020. That's a new energy we're gonna call a year.
Also, what the fuck are you talking about open by you? There are no holes behind me. There's a vent and a window, my dude. Like, the fuck
If
are
you open that
talking
door,
about?
that's 3 holes. Yeah. But yeah, look forward to more content from Kaz, as well as more stuff that we can do and more stuff that I can lean on him for, because God, if he has internet, then he can actually download something and then upload something. And it would be a super beneficial ability for us to have together as
Yeah.
collaborations and whatnot. I mean, so shit. With the other stuff that we were going to talk about, I don't know, Kaz. Do you have anything in regards to New Year's that happened that you want to talk about that we haven't? That written here. I don't know how much in your life you want to share New Year's and wise. I streamed my New Year's to this channel,
Yeah,
so
you stream your New Year's. I went out in the streets, because I have friends who like to go out and like do things. So we went to some bar, in kind of the downtownish area here in Baltimore, and spent New Year's there, where so you hang a lot of around a lot of female folk, right? You have a lot of female friends, and I'm sure. Okay, he's gonna play dumb, but I'm sure you have the ones that like they get a little bit of the liquid courage in them, and they decide that they want to talk to girls, like they want to talk to girls. So like any girl in the bar, they're like, oh my god, she's so pretty. She's gonna be my friend now. Like I'm gonna make her my friend, and like
yeah, I do that all the time.
just do all that thing.
Yeah, like we're gonna
So
be
Emily
so much
does
friends.
that.
Yeah,
Like she's just like, I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go fucking go. Like stop talking about it, go.
I feel like you've already sussed the situation out.
So like that was part of the night. And the weird thing about it was like we're in this bar, we're drinking. We did some pre-drinking, and then we got to this bar, and like the whole thing was like pre-drink and then don't buy drinks at the bar, right? Like we're gonna pre-drink enough, get in the Uber, and then we're not gonna spend money when we get to the bar.
Yeah.
I got there and I instantly started buying shots because I was drunk by the time I got to a fucking bar.
So the normal idea is that you drink, you drink at your house, you get everybody together, they have a couple pre-drinks before you go, you pre-drink a little bit more, you bring a couple things in the Uber with you, you drink in the Uber, and then when you get to the place, you hide the liquor on the corner bush outside of the venue, and then you drink at that bush every now and then. You just walk out like you're gonna have a smoke break, and then you hide in the back alley and drink from your horrible plastic bottle that you brought and hid inside of a bush that Lord only knows what has happened. And then you go back in, right? That's the normal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So my drunk ass is just like shots, right? Like get shots clock. Like I'm gonna hand this girl a 20 and she's gonna get me shots clock. Like so I got just fucking not disgustingly plastered, but I got drunk and I hadn't been drunk in a long time, so it just felt gross. I don't even remember doing the countdown thing, but apparently we did. And according to Emily, in her pacing of trying to make friends with this one girl, I made friends with like everyone in the bar. Because I mean that's just my norm. It's just like I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna find out all about you. We're gonna be friends. So like she's just like. At some point, I just figured you knew everyone there because, like, she was like, you were standing on the stairs and all these dudes were, like, coming down and these girls were coming down the stairs and they're just like, hey! And I'm like, oh, yeah, what's up? Hey, man, nice to see you again. And she's like, I just figured you knew these people. I was like, I didn't know any of those fucking people. All right? I don't know any of them. Never met them a day in my life. Never going to see them again. That's just who I am when I'm drunk. I'm just a friendly fucking purse, like.
I will say a lot of the DKG people that stick around. It might be one of the key parts of our genetic makeup as regards to the fact that we tend to get fucking friendly as fuck when we drink. Like most of us, at least. Just like, hey, unless there's outside stimulus for a reason otherwise, like, yeah, we're fucking like, yo, what's up? Yeah, best friends now. Duh. Fucking done. Love this. I had streamed New Year's. And for those that ever were here, I was here. I will tell you I streamed New Year's. But I drank from like 10 a.m. that day. And it definitely went, so without giving, I don't think I need to, but I definitely, I will say the stream ended at midnight, and then I ended up remembering leaving a bar at 2, and Ubering home from there. We'll just say that's how my New Year's went, which I don't know, man. Like the bars that we had found at that point didn't seem to really want people at their place after the whole ball drop. They were just like, why are you guys still doing stuff? Like, can we go home to our families now, please? I was like, yeah, but I need to have another drink. I'm sorry. But it was good times. So whatever. Other than that, yeah, I mean, we did Christmas, we did our usual break and whatnot. And now we're in the new year. We have things to plan. So I wanted to bring this up here. And a lot of people have been mentioned in regards to hanging out in the Discord and whatnot. Plans and ideas for, speaking of hanging out, for our current year of what we do as conventions and whatnot. We're going to do, this is outside the scope of this conversation, but we're doing, obviously, TwitchCon this year, which is going to be once again in San Diego. The first time they're doing it back to back in the same city.
Yeah, try to plan that a little earlier than they did last time.
We have the dates already for that. That's stuff that can be discussed. We have a whole room for it in Discord, so people that want to plan for that stuff, please start getting ready for that. But the stuff that's more pressing is currently our annual Vegas trip at this point, which is now I think the 4th year that we're doing it. But there are some caveats and decision-making processes that need to be done, which I wanted to bring up on this podcast because this is where most people hear their information. Let me just do a quick rundown in regards to prerequisites so that we have this in the forefront for this conversation. Most of this stuff has been kind of decided, but I want to allow an area where people can express their comments and opinions if this runs up against what they're thinking is a good idea. Basically, our DKG Vegas trip has coincided with originally what was the TMS, the Totally Rad stream, the morning show, the Scott Johnson, all that stuff that they do. Thanks, Cass. It coincides with what they do in regards to their what they call Nerdtacular, which happens at the end of April, or usually does, in Utah. They've been doing that for 10 years now, and our communities line up pretty heavily. So when we go out and hang out, it's kind of just like our own hangout anyways. Up until a couple years ago, they were constantly done in Utah in a very obscure, very secluded, very hard to get to fucking mountain resort. That stopped being the case for a while there, where they decided that they would have off seasons and then they would do a Vegas thing. That's kind of where we jumped on. The first year that they didn't do a thing, we did our first year, DKG Vegas 1, and then we've just kind of been doing it every year, lining up with their thing. Now, this year, they're not doing the thing. So the pros that we had before were we had a lot of people that would just happen to be in the area that normally, for instance, wouldn't come out and fly their whole family to Vegas to hang out with DKG kids, but they were just there, so they would also get the opportunity to hang out. That's cool. But they don't have that. We don't have that this year. So what I wanted to bring up in regards to this conversation was, what do we want to do? Do we want to stick with an April event? End of April would be the final weekend of April as our DKG Vegas, and just make it our own thing, which will, albeit, you have to understand, will be smaller, will feel smaller, but will be us, just us, doing our own shit. Or do we want to try to match up with a March thing, which is what TMS is doing? It's like a mid-March thing, which is coming the fuck up. Do we want to try to piggyback on that and make that our thing, which kind of hinders a lot of people from going to it, but again, it's an option. Or what? Or what do you guys have an option or ideas for? That's kind of what I wanted to bring up here and just have that conversation. Kaz, you have any opinions? I mean, what do you haven't come to an event in a long time. Cool guy.
All right. Fucking shot caller. No, I'm totally fine with April. Oh yeah, we can go to the fucking NFL draft. No, we can't. But yeah,
can we?
No,
it's the same weekend.
Down. It is, but here nor there. I'm totally down with doing that. Like, I think kind of most of the consensus has been what the fuck? Like, we still do this thing this year in April because that's always kind of been our thing. Just anyway, is to do that, and then maybe next year, just depending on maybe pick doing something else around that time somewhere else. Just to kind of, just because we don't have to necessarily be locked into Vegas, you know
True.
what I mean?
True.
We can go anywhere, everywhere, and fucking do anything. So I kind of liked that idea. I think Curtis brought up that idea, and that idea kind of resonated with me, in the ways of doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, DKG New York, DKG Miami.
Well, so that's a separate conversation we'll have in a hot moment, but. So the real conversation in regards to what Open Bayou said is that the draft apparently is the 24th or the 25th, 26th weekend in April, which would be these days, which apparently makes hotels expensive, even for like off Fremont. Like,
yeah,
really? Okay, well, I'll have to look into that. Maybe we can do it the 17, 18, 19. If anyone has any caveats, please let that information hang down. DKG, I don't think anyone wants to go to Reno.
Man, I'm down.
I mean, I don't know what Reno has to offer, so I guess I don't know. I'm biased.
Little Vegas, just.
But one would just go to real Vegas.
Because we went to real Vegas.
I want to just go again to real Vegas.
Because we did.
Just saying, because to keep doing real Vegas. I like the idea of going other places. I don't think we have the time in regards to planning, DKG Amsterdam or whatever. But like, we could do that another year. I agree. We should probably try to keep it into the same time period if we're going to keep doing it as an annual thing, in my opinion. So I don't think we have any reason to do a March thing, and TMS can do their own fucking bullshit. And I think the only question is at this point is, do we want to do it the weekend of 24 to 26 or 17 to 19? And I'll take those conversations in chat.
But we also have a channel called Cons and Meetups in the Discord where you can fucking flip your falafels and pip your popples, so that
Yes.
We have a full understanding of what everybody would like to possibly do.
Yeah, my idea is I didn't want to make any like broad management decisions and then have someone be like, but you didn't hear my opinion of the reason why we shouldn't. And then I don't want to be like, wow, that actually is a really good opinion, but too late. We told everyone else that we're doing it already. So fucking we're people have bought tickets, so. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, so let's stick with the same time, and then unless anyone has another opinion, I would like to leave this open for discussion and just to have people email or tweet, or as Kaz said, open up the Discord and talk in the Cons and Meetup channel, and have your feelings rebutted and discussed back and forth. The other conversation that needs to be brought up for people to ruminate over the weekend and over the next week and over the next couple days is other meetups outside of TwitchCon in September and DKG Vegas or DKG whatever the fuck in April. is that there is a contingency of people that want to do an East Coast thing that we've been trying to get going for a fucking long time, and I want to see the goddamn East Coast. I don't know anything about the East Coast, so I'm going to fucking just sit back and let everyone else discuss it. But what of our current situations for the East Coast plans, Kaz?
Right now, the most current thing is a little bit too soon, I think, for what would be for most people, because Panda is and his ever following the beat self is going up to New York in February, the 22nd to the 23rd of that weekend. So I figured I'm super close to New York, so that doesn't require a lot of planning for me. So I'm gonna go up that weekend as well, and then we have kind of a big contingency of people: Leon, Curtis, Avrant. There's a lot of people who live in that area already, so there's going to be a bunch of us up in New York that weekend. But I would, some point in the future, like to maybe plan like a bigger East Coast trip, maybe New York or fucking Upper Boston or some shit like that, like that we can actually plan and hash out and do some shit, because you know, a majority of the trips is a lot of the East Coasters going towards the West Coast for things. So we can definitely do some shit. On the East Coast.
And apparently there has to be an IKEA in the East Coast that we actually go to.
No, that doesn't have to be
apparently
a thing.
It has to be a thing. I've heard
that is a Pet Vet, Sunbun, and VZ thing, and I think maybe a Panda thing. None of us were invited to
that. Fair enough. I did definitely go home, and I heard about the IKEA trip by the time I already got home. So, whatever. I literally was like, "Hey guys, what are you guys planning for today?" "Oh, I don't know. Probably gonna sit around the hotel. Like, it's just the bonus day. It's Monday." And I was like, "All right, well, you know, it's only 10 a.m., but I got to be at work tomorrow. I'm just gonna get home. I'll do the 5-hour drive or whatever. I'll get done." Like driving 2 hours into it, and I just fucking hear these tweets. "We're at an IKEA having the time of our fucking lives. It's super fucking fun, man. Wish you were here. Why didn't anybody stop by?" It's insane. Yeah. But whatever. So those are the things I want people to ruminate on those. I will make some kind of announcement on the Discord or on the Twitters or all of the things in regards to what we solidify on. But for the most part, it's pretty much going to be for planning the actual new year through. DKG Vegas will happen as it usually does, most likely, unless someone comes up with a compelling argument, in the end of April, depending on when, apparently, we have to worry about the draft time. And then we'll keep up to date with everyone going to what we're now calling Panda's East Coast hangout, EDM, fucking follow the beat around with Panda stream / vacation and whatnot. And then Panda NYC. And then we'll have TwitchCon in September for San Diego, which will be exciting. But other than that, yeah, bring up shit that you might want to hang out with. What's happening? That's pretty much it as far as I know. I mean, obviously all the other PAXs are around. I don't know. We'll see. That's as much as I want to have to put on my plate. Let's go with that. There are other trips, but that's as much as I want to deal with right now. Let's move on to the news stories, Kaz, unless you got anything else that you want to talk about for the fucking season.
No, because I don't even have any of those. So like,
cool.
Curly's news bag.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole with Kaz and Curly's news bag.
Listen, we don't have to do this if you don't want to. It doesn't have to be my news bag. I don't want to fucking be the guys in charge. Okay, sorry.
No, no. It's not a you thing. It's like I spent. I look. This is what I did today. Right. I woke up. I ate some fucking pancakes. I went to my house. I packed shit. I grabbed a bunch of my clothes, threw them in a washing machine.
Hold on. Is pancakes breakfast of champions?
I mean, it's good breakfast, right? It's good.
What, it's flour.
Water, maybe eggs if you make them yourself. Fucking yeah, it's fucking carbs. Just fucking garbage carbs.
So breakfast of champions equals garbage carbs to Kaz.
Yes. It is literally nothing but gym fuel, man. You eat pancakes, you go to the gym, you fucking work that shit out.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much all that is for me.
My breakfast is 7-Eleven fucking big bite hot dogs, so, you know.
Yeah, that's garbage carbs.
There's definitely a shit ton of carbs in there.
That's throwaway meat.
It's questionable. Questionable how much meat's actually in there.
It's fucking what's left over when they make real meat products.
I feel
it's
like
probably
and you know me, you know me. My palate isn't the greatest. Like I can't fucking sniff a thing and be like, "Oh, the earthy tones are so delicious." That being said, when I eat a 7-Eleven big bite, sausage bite, big bite, cheeseburger bite, if I'm feeling frisky and I'm in the upper part of town, I definitely taste more knuckle than I should. Like, I feel like there's just a lot of knuckle. Like, I feel like it's knuckles. It's more of a knuckle dog than it is anything else.
Leon, you take the cheese off there. That's good for you. Fucking get that cheese.
No, fuck you. What's wrong with cheese? Cheese is
carbs.
No, no. Cheese is not. Cheese is fat. Cheese is not carbs. It's not garbage carbs. It's not garbage carbs.
Anything that I think you need to take out, garbage carbs.
That's your YouTube channel right there, dude. Garbage carbs. lettuce, fucking garbage carbs. Get out of here, garbage carbs.
Get lettuce out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Get some fucking spinach in there, bro. Fucking.
Those are golden carbs. Fucking garbage carbs. Mustard, garbage carb.
All right.
Get out of here.
No. All right. Panda's got it right. Fucking some kind of oats and fucking berries, man. That's actually the really, really good shit right there, man.
Those are garbage carbs.
If you can get oatmeal, steel cut oats, some of that kind of shit. Yeah.
Explain to me steel cut.
I have no idea, dog.
Okay, thank you. I swear to God, I thought I was being an idiot, and I was just like, you know what? Let them all fucking pile on. What the fuck are you talking about? Is it the machine that cuts them that are steel? Is it steel because they're a certain style of cut? Is it just badass? Is it just like, yeah, steel cut? Are they thieving them from someone? Am I misinterpreting? Is it stealing? Is it steel cut? Like, oh yeah, I got that steel cut of fucking Mars bars from the supermarket the other day. The 5-finger discount. I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no fucking clue, dude.
I'm gonna move on to the news at this point then, which I think I already played the bumper for, but let's do it again. Fuck it.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole with Kaz and Carly's news bag.
Fucking Sunbun hitting it with a whole boy. What the fuck do you know, bruh? What do you know that we don't know?
He's trying to act all big and adult now, just because he's all big and adult now. But like, come on, you ain't better than us. Fucking stick to your roots, bro. What are you doing? I'm kidding.
All right, what do you got? Hold on. This is the news bag segment. This is the segment of the show where we talk about news from around the internet. If you would like to give us stories to talk about on this segment of the show, you can join our Discord. Links are down below to join the Discord. In the Discord, you'll find a channel called dkgWELP where you can add stories, not like the one Curly's, actually probably exactly like the one Curly is about to talk about.
So usually I let Kaz do the first story. It's kind of a bit because I'm usually organizing my stories at that point, and now I'm fucking completely hit without being prepared. I'm not gonna lie.
I can just straight go random into the fucking.
No. I got plenty of these. The thing is, for those that don't know, you have seen it a couple times at this point. This is my web window that I use for the show, and I organize my show based on what we're doing. This whole middle section here is just stories I usually have, and this is par for the course. I only usually tell 3 stories, but I have a bunch of queued up in case Kaz comes on something that might theme a thing, and I don't have him right now, so my whole fucking plan is thrown off. But let's start with just like a softball here, like a small hitter. What is the thing that you don't want someone that's performing surgery upon you to be doing while their surgery is happening? Because I have a story about that.
What I don't want them to be doing?
Yeah, just throw it out there. Like, if you were gonna find someone guilty, I mean, okay, it doesn't have to get dirty, But
while
like,
they're performing surgery on
yeah,
you.
I mean, it doesn't have to be surgery. I mean, you're knocked out. Let's say like you're doing a medical procedure where you're knocked out. What is the thing you don't want your the person who's you're trusting your life with to be, I guess, doing while they're doing
smoking? I'm gonna go with smoking because you said don't go dirty, so I'm gonna say smoking.
I feel like up until like 67 years ago, people were doing that all the time during your surgeries. So like, is it that? Could it be that? I mean, the science isn't out yet. Have we determined smoking to be bad? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the science to come in. I'm just saying, at some point, we got to figure out. Is it real? I mean, it's just made up theories. It's just, whatever. No, it's not smoking. I will say what is being performed here is currently a dentist extracting a tooth from your face.
Watching the latest John Wick movie while fucking doing that.
Yeah, you'd be pretty still on the John Wick movie. This dentist, reported by CNN, as of today, actually, Jesus, in Anchorage, Alaska, decided to post a video of himself extracting the tooth from a person. I'm trying to find out the details there. But he decided. I mean, there's the difference between filming yourself doing something and then deciding to post that shit to the greater internet. Like, there are things that I have on my phone that I don't ever want out. But you have to make that mental decision to fucking post on the internet. This medical doctor, who was a dentist, decided that it would be fun to film and then upload himself extracting a tooth from a young person while on a hoverboard.
Isn't that generally a stationary fucking ass thing?
I don't know how much this video. I didn't actually cue it up. Oh my god! Stop talking.
There's some pre-roll ad in here, my guy.
There's more pre-roll than I can even fucking count. Anyways, yeah, Homeboy was on a hoverboard. Are they stationary? I thought they were like you have to fucking balance.
No. I meant isn't the process of removing a tooth? Aren't you generally stationary?
Well, this man's doing one-handed, like.
Bro.
And it looks like a young child.
No, my dude.
I mean, I'd have done it in a video game, but like, this is not GDQ. Like, you don't fucking submit your times for your one-handed hoverboard percent run.
Yeah, that's boredom right there, my dude. That is pure D boredom right there, man. That's some crazy ass shit. Like, I'm suing. I'm fucking suing. I'm hardcore fucking call me Johnny Tsunami because I am fucking suing, my dude. Like, I am coming in fucking lawyers in hand, fucking teeth missing, 100% suing, my dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically, your tooth got out. Nothing's wrong.
Yo, we have seen, you could pull up, you could go to YouTube right now, type hoverboard, and there will be 50 videos of people fucking falling off of those things because they don't know no good. Like, fuck, he slips, fucking hits you in the eye with that fucking, fucking.
Got a little tattoo going on? Your ears pierced now? You never know.
Right, fuck no, bro. I'm hella doing it.
Listen. There are so many times, because this is just in my field of work. There are so many times where like you don't know actually how it got there, but there's like a someone brings a computer in and they're like they cherish it or whatever, but it's like 17 years old, and they'll be like, "Hey, there's a scratch on the side of this case now," and I'm like, "What? Amongst the 7,000 other scratches on your 17-year-old case? Like, what are you talking about?" And they're like, "This wasn't here," and I'm like, "Okay, prove it." Like, what do you want? Like, how do you want to fucking go there? Like, I feel like this has got to be the same way that happened, at least to some people in the medical field, Or people are like, "Oh, cool, and how's it going? Look, it's I'm glad you're awake. We just did 17-hour surgery. I replaced your heart 3 times and your brain 6. Are you alive?" And they're like, yeah, my ear has this weird divot in it now. And you're like, they're like, "I think you did something." And you're like, "No, I think your ear's always been shitty. Sorry. I think your ear just looks like that." Like, you have to imagine, like, there's times where, like, someone's gonna, like, "Oh, yeah, oh, shit, did we just fucking cut the wrong, like..." Nah, he's never gonna know. He's never gonna know. He's never gonna know. And you're like, "Doc, I walk weird to the left now." It's like, "Oh, yeah, did someone ever cut a weird tendon in your left foot? Like, is that thing that might have happened?" Terrible. Prove it.
Also, hold on. Chat's talking about, this is totally changed, fucking way off course, but chat is talking about Johnny Tsunami has come back in the mythos, and everyone's talking about it.
I didn't want to bring this up.
Here's the thing, though. We have always talked about Johnny Tsunami here. Johnny Tsunami has been a DKG fucking staple. All right, don't fucking act like we're following the fucking trend here, brah. All right, we're fucking always been on the Tsunams, bro.
That's like if someone just came in and was like, "Hey man, fucking Shnoppy's a thing now. Why is DKG all of a sudden talking about Shnoppy?"
Oh,
and I'm like, "Yo, bro, fucking Google back." I don't know what the term is. Yeah. Anyways, what's going on is fucking Steve decided to download it and watch Johnny Tsunami, which I think, if I recalled what he was talking about, he was woefully unaccurately remembering what Johnny Tsunami was. But that being said, it's a great movie. Stop fucking up my goddamn lines with your stupid snowboards. They are they are children. It is a Disney's children movie. I'm sorry, that is a confusion. Maybe when you watched it or when we all watched it, they were all children at the same time as well. Anyways, my next news block is going to be 2 stories, but it's going to be in the guise of.
Well, I got one.
Oh,
if you
shit.
Let's go. If you want me to throw one in, this is one from the Discord. We've all been through airports. So this one comes from us, from Kotaku, right? We've all been on those long delays and layovers where you're just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? With this 3-hour fucking, it's not enough time to leave the airport and come back. But my entrepreneuring young man here decided to take over one of the display terminals, hook up a PS4 to it, and play some games.
I mean, that is one small step away from us, literally rewiring an entire hotel setup for video games, because it's gotten to that point where it's so integrated and it's got these crazy DVR situations and security stuff that like having and desiring to put your fucking traveling console on a hotel TV is an actual development. But yeah, I've always wanted to, like, you look at some of those fucking displays at the airport and you're like, it's just a fucking TV. Can I just use that for a moment? Come on. But yeah, they don't also
and I mean,
take kindly to
use
that.
Like one of the ones fucking displaying fucking like times and shit. He just used one of the ones that was displaying a map of the airport. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but I need those. I'm just saying, I kind of need those to get around because I get lost all the time. I get real lost. And then I'm like, please, can someone confirm 7 times where my airport is, my terminal?
But it was funny because he said he was approached and asked to unplug and cease using the monitor.
How many men tackled him?
Zero, because
sorry,
they asked him
pre-follow-up question. What was his skin color?
Black.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think. I can't tell it. I can't tell from this picture. It's hard to tell from this picture. Looks like a black dude. Could be a black dude. Might not be. But yeah, they asked him.
We're there, America.
They asked him to cease using the monitor and unplug his PlayStation, and he very politely asked if he could at least finish his first round of Apex Legends.
Come on, Mom. Oh God, he's playing Apex Legends. Is that sorry? Before I go in, is that do we all like Apex Legends right now? Is that?
It's a game.
I thought it failed. Wasn't okay? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna be that fucking video game fucking reviewer that's like Apex Legends fucking killed Fortnite. But they did say that. They did say that out loud a lot. The Fortnite killer is here, everybody. Oh, it was an anthem. That's all the same. All right. In news stories that are gonna fall under the category of was this a good idea or not? Kaz, you tell me when you think this is not a good idea. This is just story one of these two. This is from a local, oh God, where is it? Oh, Newsweek.com, Eastern, whatever. Voorheesville? Doesn't matter. A coach, a soccer high school coach, was riding pretty high after they had an undefeated season until they eventually had a loss. They had an undefeated season all the way to the end. They got really close to the playoffs and everything, and they had a really nasty fight, which put them out of the running. Maybe that was a playoff. Who knows? Anyways, their coach, not to be deterred, not to ruin the team's morale, and to thank the team, their high school team, for a job well done, took everyone to Hooters.
Okay.
That is the problem that this article is bringing up. And they went to Hooters. Yeah. In the year of our Lord, 2020. That is it.
So you took a bunch of high school boys to fucking Hooters?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I heard they have fantastic chicken.
No, it's kind of mediocre.
Oh. I don't know.
I mean, that's my thought.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't exactly. You know. My point is what the problem is. But yeah, but there's a 8-page or 8-paragraph article about this. Nope.
All right. I can't fucking link to a fucking problem. It's not like I
guess, yeah.
It's Hooters, bro. Like, hold on. Where the fuck was this?
I only know. Let me try to glean.
Let's do some detective work here. Because I bet you this is somewhere in middle America.
And I'm not going to show you any of this article. I'm just going to go with what my brain is scrolling through. I was like, boom, there's an image here of a Hooters. Right, and I'm like, cool. Let me look at the video for it. Getty Images, stock footage, not in the same city whatsoever. Cool. I can give you the name of the high school.
Okay.
Lake George
High School.
Where Voorheesville. Anyone know where Voorheesville is?
George High School. It's in New York.
Oh, well.
Or at least that's the one that came up for me. It's in New York.
Anywho.
Lake George Central School District.
I'm sure there's a Lake George everywhere.
Canada Street. Yeah, so this isn't middle of America. I don't fucking know then, bro. Wait, is this Long Island? Is this Jersey? Where is this? I'm gonna say small fucking town fucking mindset. So fucking people were mad that the kids went to fucking Hooters. Some of their sisters probably work at that Hooters, bro. Like, fuck off, bro. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm
it's
just
an
angry.
Employment establishment, and God damn it, how fucking dare you? Anyways, in a different story that is it a good idea? This is an Australian company. If you haven't followed the news recently, Australia is sort of on fire. I mean, like a lot of it, like a whole bunch of it. And so, every now and then a thing happens, and some companies tend to, capitalize, as you will, on whatever situation's going on. But sometimes they might take it a little too far. I'll let you be the judge on this one. But this is a tweet put out by a Twitter account. I'll save that one because it's obvious at this point. But anyways, this is the tweet. Our country has been devastated by bushfires, and we need your help. Emoticon for fire. So that's why we're proud to announce the Down Under donation dildo, a new toy where 100% of the profits are donated directly to the relief efforts. I'm not sure how much more of this I can show you besides just a quick snippet of this, which is for those audio listeners.
I mean, we can describe it because I think I just saw it in my Twitter feed. So it's a dildo where the base is shaped like Australia.
You definitely want a flared base. You don't want Australia going up into your business.
The dildo itself is yellow in color. It's phallic, like a penis. And then somewhere near the base of the shaft is an engraved koala.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. This is just one... My guy, I only need to see it once and I can describe it forever. You know what I mean?
I've never realized your puzzle solving skills are find the koala on the dildo. I mean, that is some Where's Waldo shit. Like, where's the koala on the dildo? And Kaz is like, I got it. Fucking 42 toothpicks. Holy shit.
Yeah, see, me and Panda, we fucking, you gotta look at the shaft, bro. That's how you know where the base of power comes from, man. That's how you fucking know, right? Like, see, you amateur motherfuckers, right? You're looking at the mushroom tip, you're looking at the base, right? That's all you're fucking looking at. No, you gotta look at the shaft, baby. The shaft is where all your power comes from.
Yeah, this website is a geeky sex toy website, and it's on their homepage. It's got I mean, there is literally like home on the top of the links for it. Home, shot by category, shot by interest, the team, contact us, and the bushfire appeal, which is a direct link to their Down Under donation dildo. I wanted to kind of bring this up because this website, I'm just gonna link it. Y'all can have at it.
I love that camera, but it's so long.
This website has some interesting shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very impressed. They've got.
I somehow, some way feel like we've talked about this website before, but we may not.
They've got your basic tentacle hentai dildo. They call it, as their terms. I can't show any of these, but you'll look them up. Literally a lightsaber with light up effects dildo. Red and green available. They have the Peaky, which is just a butt plug that makes you have a fucking Pikachu tail. I think that's Avatar.
Go with that fucking tweet you sent.
This is not where that came from. They have literally a master sword as a dildo, which I think is. I think I have to buy this. I can't show any of it. I'm clicking and there's just so much. It is so good. There's a gaggle of them. And then, I don't know, that's Drodong, apparently. They have a, that is on their Instagram, a Sailor Moon scepter that is somehow a sex toy, but it is very crescent moon and pointy. But yeah. Good website. Good place.
Oh, yeah.
They have Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, if you will. You can hang out with. Next to the koala and stuff. And their Instagram game is on point. Why aren't we in the market for selling dildos? We can cast the shit.
If they want to, if they would like to sponsor, your boys, we'll fucking, fucking 10% off. Code DKGWELP. Hell yeah, dog.
10%. They sell themselves. 10%. I'm just saying.
That's the least you can do. That's usually the least. You know what I mean? You can do 10 to 20.
We can get some more 10%. No, I guess. So my final story is, unless Kaz has something. This is. I
mean, I have something. It's less of a story. It's just more fucking.
We don't. It's fine. We don't. Yeah. I don't know. This is more of a tech story, but this is Cooler Master. Kaz, I don't know if you picked up on this this week, or actually, yeah, this is this week. Cooler Master, guys who make the heat sinks and fans that go upon your
cases and all kind of shit. Yeah, they make a lot of stuff.
I don't know if this is just common knowledge, but for those that don't work in computers or don't typically install their own machines, a little bit of a backstory. You have a processor that goes into a motherboard that's inside of your computer. And then you put a fan on top of it, which is basically a heat-sucking device. And that device sucks heat out of the tiny little chip, and it uses a thermal compound, which is made of metals that allow the heat to disapparate into the heat sink. And it's fantastic for making that. They come in syringes, typically. Never thought of that as a problem. But they have been, and Cooler Master's been under fire for the past couple days because apparently they're getting a lot of calls from parents that are finding these Cooler Master labeled syringes in their kids' bedrooms and being obviously concerned that their kids are doing a shit ton of drugs. So Cooler Master wants to remind everyone that their thermal paste is not drugs, and they've redesigned their gels to come in these containers so they look less like, I guess, drug delivery fucking heroin needles that people have been using up until this point. Because typically what you do before is you just squeeze a little bead out and then maybe you flatten it out with like... People were like, yeah, I found my kid with a fucking empty needle and a credit card with a bunch of fucking paste on it. Pretty sure he's doing the schneef hard. You're like, Dad, I was just trying to get better thermals on my fucking CPU so I can play Fortnite with my friends. And they're like, yeah, we don't believe you. You sound like a drug addict. And you're like, yeah. And then they get beaten. So we're trying to get kids less beaten at this point.
Yeah, let's beat more thermos.
Less beat, more thermos. Or less thermos, more beat, as they say.
I don't know, dude. But yeah, I mean, I never thought about that because yeah, that's just kind of how thermal paste has always looked, right? Like it's always been in those syringes, like.
I mean, I once got my ass beat as a kid because I was trying to do home repair. I used to have kids come in and out of my window to my bedroom because I didn't want to have them deal with my parent in the front door. Yeah. So I would just have a screen off on my bedroom window when I was growing up, and friends came in and out of that because, again, they didn't want to deal with my parent. And I, being the kid that I am, or was, tried to cover up the fact that shoes going in and out of my windowsill eventually destroyed the paint on the windowsill and the frame. It just like they just scuffed off. It was destroyed and it was like chips everywhere. And so I was like, man, my dad's gonna see this at some point. I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, what can we do? And someone's like, oh, we'll just paint it. And they're like, yeah, my dad's got a bunch of paint. Like, it'll match this paint. It's the same apartment complex. And I was like, cool, bring your paint over. And then we painted it. And then at some point, a parent of mine was like, you're fucking sniffing paint. I can smell paint in this room. You're a piece of shit. And I was like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I should have left it be. But that's life. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Trying to think the things that Wasn't anything like that. They're replacing like liquor with water because my mom doesn't
That's
drink.
actually a
She
bad thing.
always,
I was just trying to do good things. You're doing bad things.
like there's that one. When she would think I was smoking, but I never smoked because smoking just never did anything for me. But like, I always had matches and lighters because it was just a little fucking pyro. so it's just like, oh, what are you fucking in here smoking? I'm like, I ain't smoking shit. Like I just I'm just setting shit on fire every now and again. Little fucking pyro.
I love the smell of fire. I love shit on fire. What are you talking about? God, nothing's wrong.
I just have a collection of lighters because
we could do
lighters.
We could do a whole show on fucking when you're younger and you think you're being sneaky, but you're not, and no one is convinced. You're like, I got away with it, and you're like, no, they're all laughing about it. Basically, all the human adults are laughing about it. On that note, yeah, let's get the fuck out of news and move into games. I have games. Fucking games. Let's do it.
Oh, yay! It's game time.
Hell yeah!
With Curly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Only on dkgWELP.
We're basically here. We figured the main conversation in the opening of this episode is going to go long for reasons, but I just wanted to, for the sake of it, I didn't actually prepare some kind of crazy game or anything, so I don't have any problems with just burning it, but there's options still. I had basically 3 garbage BuzzFeeds articles that I wanted to kind of either use one of them for. So I'm just gonna let you guys decide where you want to roll on this. There's 3 of these garbage BuzzFeeds quiz. One of them is determining the percentage of gross that you are, which I think will be funny for Kaz and I to fill out and see who is grosser. There is these are basically things that you check if you had them when you were growing up. And this is apparently to determine if you were rich when you grew up. I think Kaz and I would enjoy filling out. Or the final one is depending on how many of these you check, your evilness, how evil you are. Do you want an article about who's grosser, who's more evil, or who grew up richer?
Are we letting chat decide, or
I was like, you are the guiding light. Chat can be the other one.
Curtis says evil. I'm kind of.
That's 2 evils: a panda from evil, Curtis
money.
What am I getting evil? All right, let's do an evil thing. So let me open this up in Firefox as well, so I can run both of us. So you don't have to do anything, Kaz, whatsoever.
Hell yeah, dog.
I swear to God, if fucking One Piece starts because I open up Firefox, then. All right, that's Kaz's. This is mine. All right. Check off everything that you've ever done, even if it was only once. All right. So Kaz, and anyone that wants to follow along with this, just mark down a tick if you did this.
Did you put the link in chat so they can follow?
No, they're gonna look ahead. That's why I do it afterwards. You know me.
Just fucking give them the fucking link, bro.
All right. So check off everything you've ever done.
Pull
Kaz,
it up on the screen. Give us a screen view of this. Whatever.
I don't know. I haven't vetted this. Have you, Kaz? Have you seen a lucky penny on the ground and flipped it over to tails?
So this is a thing I've only recently found out about. I thought picking up the penny in general was a good thing, but I guess it has to be on heads.
Yeah.
For you to give a fuck.
Find a penny, pick it up. If it's heads, you'll have good luck.
Yeah, I just pick up pennies because I'm a fucking. I want money.
Do you step on cracks to break mothers' backs as well?
Yeah, I did when I was a kid.
There's so much to unpack. There's so much to unpack there. You're just like, fucking mom, I hope your back breaks.
Once again, didn't know it was about your own mom.
Oh, step on a crack, break a mother's back.
Yeah.
Not break your mother's back. Sure enough. I have never flipped over a penny, but you've never flipped over one either.
No, I just pick them up.
Okay.
I just keep them.
All right, your next
Now, bitch.
Your next question, have you ever been in an elevator, seen someone coming and pressed the close button?
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
I do that on a daily. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hit the stop. No, fuck it. There's no desire for me to be in an elevator with anyone else. It is my worst nightmare.
No, I just look, and then I look at the floor, and then in that last second, I'm like, oh.
Never. I don't even pretend. I'm like, oh, please don't make it. I hope you trip. I start throwing marbles down that I have in my pocket. Just like, I'm like, oh, please don't fall. Have you ever taken a bite out of someone else's leftovers and then put them back in the fridge?
No.
I have definitely done that.
Oh my God.
I have easily done that. But I don't know, man. I've lived with long-term girlfriends, and I've lived with friends that I've been friends with forever. So there's been hey, oh, you're gonna pack that up and bring it home? Okay, cool. Yeah, those are good leftovers. Those are really. I wish I could have tried your meal, and then been like, I want to just eat that. Okay.
In those situations, yeah, I've done that. Like,
this isn't about your house. It's taking a bite of someone else's leftovers that they had known. And the idea is that so here's the other side of it. When you have brought home leftovers, you've done all of the work in regards to, you've already asked a restaurant, can I get a box? Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just gonna, oh, not hungry, can't eat anymore. You've already gone through that social faux pas. You've brought it home. You've carried the food into the house, and you're like, it's in the fridge. You're not keeping it because you just want to keep it. You're keeping it because at some point you're thinking about eating it. And that day that you're thinking about eating that, you're at work and you're like, can't wait to get to that Olive Garden I left in that fridge. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then you get home and you're like, was there 2 breadsticks? Was there more fettuccine?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I've done that. I've been that person that's like, oh shit, we did go to Olive Garden. Fuck. I didn't ask for a box for my food, but like they did. Damn, that chicken looks good. There's like 8 chicken wings in there still. They're not gonna miss one.
Mm-hmm.
Like they ain't gonna miss one.
So I've done exactly.
And if they're not gonna miss one, they ain't gonna miss 2.
Well, that's when you come back for it, because you take the one and you're like, they're definitely not gonna notice it. But then you sit it later and you're like, God, that wasn't one enough. If I go for another one, are they gonna notice 2? I used to have a roommate rule that if the food was above 50%, it's free game. If it's a milk carton, it's got 50% of its volume. You can just skim off the top of that. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. If it's lower than 50%, then you shouldn't touch it, because someone.
If you go to a place, right, and you get 10 chicken wings as part of your meal for some fucking reason, you get 10 fucking chicken wings, right? And somehow you ate a bunch of other shit and you still came back with all 10 chicken wings. 2 days later, are you going to remember that you still had 10 chicken wings in there? No. You're going to be like, oh, I ate some of it. I couldn't eat all of it. And then I brought it home.
Hell, I don't know how many was in there. Come on.
Right.
I agree. The thing is, I am justifying based on my thieving, but I'm also completely understanding of what Curtis says, because I'm there. I'm like I know exactly what's in that fridge. When I'm thinking about my leftovers at work, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't have to go to the grocery store when I get home. I've got literally an exact amount of 7 wings in the fridge. And if I get home and there is one disturbed wing, like I've been describing that fucking plate in my mind since I was at work. And now I'm like, where's my wing? Where's my goddamn wing?
You know what the fucked up one is? Is somebody brings some like a steak or something, and they did eat some of it, so you try to cut like a sliver out of it, and then you end up doing that asshole thing where you're like, looks like I cut a piece, so I gotta cut another piece to make it look like I never expected.
So Kaz does this a lot then. And I do it as well. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. So the next question is: poured yourself a glass of something and left a tiny bit in the carton instead of just finishing it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes as well. I do that as well. I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, you know,
these are fucking normal everyday habits, bro.
So I'll do this at work with the Starbucks, or not Starbucks, Sparklets container. There is the one that there's a new one that we got where the actual, you know the idea where you put the tank on top, you turn it upside down, it punctures it. It's a water dispenser. Our current one, you actually put the water in the bottom on the ground floor, and you put this little hose into it, and then it has like a pump that pumps it to the top, and you fucking do it. It starts to make a certain noise when it's getting low. And as soon as it starts to make that first herc, I'm like, I guess I'm done with water. This is my water at this point right here. Like, and then I walk away, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need any more of this water. And then someone else goes by, and they're like, oh damn it, the water's empty. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, that sucks. Oh, yeah. Landed on you. That's the world.
Yeah, I'm about to throw some people under the bus, right? So Emily has one of those like Brita water pitcher things that you fill up the top of it,
yeah,
and then it sifts through, and then it fills up the jug, right? Like I've been at her house, and I'm like, I've gone and got water, and then I'm like, oh shit, like there's like almost nothing left. I'm gonna fill up the top of the thing and shit like that. I've watched this motherfucker like go into her refrigerator, like pour water, and then there's like fucking this much left, and she just back in the fridge. I'm like, you fucking monster, dude.
I can understand it though.
Like just fucking fill it right. Just fucking you just put the tap right under it. Run the tap.
It's not empty, Kaz. It's not empty. That's wasteful.
Savage, bro.
Wasteful. Have you drank something straight out of a communal carton? I've already checked my box. I have drank out of that communal milk.
Orange juice. Orange juice is my weakness.
I grew up in a family. We just did it. We just drank out of the cartons. Didn't think anything of it until
hold on. Curtis hit it right. Not with my mouth on it.
Okay.
Fucking.
Yeah, you park it above. You're like.
Yeah. Just enough to control the flow. But not too much to drown yourself.
Well, so that was enough to set my mother off as a kid, though. She was not okay with that. But I was like, my mom, I'm not touching it.
I don't want a glass of orange juice right now. I just want a shot of orange juice, bro. That's all I want right now. It's just a fucking shot of orange juice, bro. And then when it gets low enough, I just take the carton and drink out of it.
Yeah, this is mine now. I've owned this. This is mine. Have you ever taken a carton? Hold on. Have you ever taken a carton where you're like, "This is the rest of this is mine. It's justified. This is mine," but then you don't want all of it, and you're just sitting there like, "Ah, shit. There's a lot left in this motherfucker."
Yeah, my eyes deceived me.
You're like, I didn't realize the height.
Thought there were a couple of swigs.
Yeah, it was like 3 drinks. Now it's like I'm still here. I don't want this anymore. All right, yeah. Have you ever double dipped?
Yeah, you have to, bro.
So one of the things I don't do, I don't double dip a chip. If I ever have double dipped, it's I've switched. I feel like I've switched direction of the chip.
It's still double dipping.
Yeah, I guess I have then. Have you ever double dipped a chip at a party?
Nah, I've never really.
Everything I just said, I done at a party. So, but I'm trying to think if I double dipped or if I dipped and then I bit and then I switched the chip position. My fingers are now where my dipping is happening. So is that just as egregious? Is that a problem? I'm a bad adult. I'm a bad adult.
I don't think I've ever double dipped at a party because I usually don't just. I don't know. Maybe.
I double dipped at a party for sure. Is mouth to dip, but finger to dip, finger to mouth. What if you licked your fingers, touched the chip, flipped the chip, and then dipped the chip? What if that was the situation? That sounds like I'm giving instructions on a fucking 100% fucking speed run. You got to do the double dip, flipple chip.
Flip. Lick, pick, flip, dip, flip, dip again, lick, repeat.
Kaz, have you ever walked through a door someone held open for you without saying thank you?
Yeah. Not with intent, but like, bro, sometimes social cues just miss me. And I get so stuck in my head that I'm like, oh shit, thank you. Like in my head, I'm like, oh man, that was like cool. But then I'm like, I'd never said it out loud. But
this just explains my whole mental issues. I have walked out of a door that someone opened. And this is the difference between what is asked here and what I'm saying. There's a door that someone has opened versus a door held open for you by someone. I have done the walk out of a door that someone had just pushed open and then they walked out of without looking behind them and they have no idea who's behind them. And I've done my like whoo whoo and sneak out of it. And I'm like, thanks. I've done that to people. Like, and people were like, wait, what? And I'm like, thanks for holding the door. And they're like, I didn't. And I was like, no, but I got out. Appreciate it. Like, we're good to go.
You just sound like you're being fucking sarcastic to them.
I'm not at all.
Like,
I was like,
oh, thanks for holding the door, asshole.
It's not bad. It's not for me. Honestly, I'm just very much like, there has been situations where, oh, God forbid the quadfecta happens. I have been in a 7-Eleven or going to a 7-Eleven where I'm outside. There's two doors. They both are omnidirectional. They can open by either way. I walk up to this side. A gentleman walks up here at the exact same time and starts to reach for a handle as I reach for a handle. There are two people coming this way. They both reach for a handle and no one knows what the fuck to do. Okay, at this point. And I've opened the door, held it for everyone, and said thank you as everyone else walks through the door. And then I go in and then I just say thank you again to no one. Like, that's my life. That's what I do. I have a freak issue about needing to be chivalrous, apparently.
All
right. So you've done that. I've never walked through a door on my own and not said thank you to someone, some Jesus figure in the area. Have you ever accidentally dropped something on the ground and then just didn't pick it up? I've already checked yours as yes.
What the fuck, dude? I mean, so there's this thing at work where like somebody will drop shit. Like we'll be carrying books, right? Like to a section, and you try to carry as much as you can, right? And along the way, one of them just falls. And I don't think I necessarily started this. I might have, but like you'll just hear somebody be like, "Well, that's where that lives."
So I was about to say the exact same thing. Cool. I was going to interrupt you and say, I sort of feel like I invented this thing where anytime I'm carrying anything, and I don't care if it's just one thing, if it falls out of my hand and I'm already in the task for the next portion of the task, and I'm like, that's where that lives. That's its life now. It lives there on the floor. Sorry. Yeah. We'll get back to that. We'll circle back around on the revamp, but that's where that lives now.
Hopefully I come back this way. I'll get it, but if I don't, that's where it lives.
Maybe a good Samaritan will come by and save it from its existence, but that is it's its life now. So yeah, I think we both purposely have dropped something on the floor sorry. The next question is, have you purposefully dropped something on the ground and then didn't pick it up? The last one was accidentally. This one's purposefully dropped something. I'm going to say I've done this, and it's just as a joke, but I feel like I've done it. I've jokingly been like, oops, and then been like, hey, what's this guy going to do? Damn.
Once again, I do that shit at work all the time.
Yeah. All right, cats. All right. Have you ever spilled something and then left it for someone else to clean up?
Ooh. No, I don't. Not intentionally. Generally, most of the times, if I spill something, I feel really bad, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta clean that up. Like,
I have a conundrum. What if, hypothetically, yourself, what if you just spilled something and then you audibly to no one exclaimed that sounds like something that future Curly has to deal with?
Oh.
Can you leave a spill for future you?
Yeah, I've done that.
Does that accurately measure this question?
This beard oil, right, was sitting on the like edge of my other desk, and I didn't screw the cap all the way on, and I knocked it over, so it was just like dripping out onto the floor. And then I picked it up, I screwed the cap on, I looked at the floor, and I was like, well. I was like, well, I ain't dealing with it.
There's a video gag I need to do. All right. I was trying to plug in a webcam right now.
For the audio people, Curly's going for a visual gag right now. So
he's trying here. He's trying.
In OBS, trying to find that setting for that. Which version of OBS are you using?
The newest, like an adult version.
No, well, no. Isn't there like different like actual versions?
No, it's OBS Studio. There was a long time ago when you last tried to stream.
No. Okay, so even before that, so I had OBS Studio, and then like when I was going through my computer files, I had 3 different versions of OBS installed.
Yeah,
like OBS Max,
Classic, OBS Studio, and Slubs. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, this is the webcam. So, oh fucking god damn it! I can hear it. I can hear it resetting. And Kaz can hear it, which is why he's laughing. He can hear that my USB cable is fucking bad on this thing. Deactivate, reactivate.
Oh shit.
This is worth it. I swear to God, it's totally worth it. Okay. Anyways, so what were we talking about, Kez?
Spilling shit on the floor
So
and not cleaning it up.
So the idea is spilling something and then leaving it for someone else to clean up. My contention was, if you spill something or leave something on the floor and then you just say to yourself, that's a future Curly problem or a future yourself problem, does that count? Does that actually count? And
If
I will
it does,
say,
yeah, then I do that shit. I've done that shit.
so I will say right now, this has been, I've redone the studio about a week and a half ago. This is about 2 days old now at this point. I definitely had made shrimp the other day, and then I brought the shrimp out to watch a show while I was fucking hanging out by myself. So there's, oh no, what? Why is it so bright? God.
Because it's looking at 8 different colors, my dude.
Okay, anyways, I think you can see it. There are shrimp tails on the floor right now next to my computer desk.
Oh
that was the whole point. They have been sitting there for 3 days, and I refused to pick them up because it was someone else's problem. They're
Bro,
just there.
A foot gets that. Just fucking scooch, fucking done.
I could easily take care of them, but they've been sitting there, and I just keep looking at them and be like, "That's someone else's problem. I'll get to them at some point."
Oh my god, bro!
And I keep looking at these shrimp tails. I keep looking at them, and I hate them.
Just fucking get them.
I hate them. I hate them. They're someone else's problem. That was worth it, I swear. Oh Lord. Okay. So you do it, I do it. Have you thrown something that could have been recycled into the trash?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. Borrowed a piece of clothing without asking.
Borrowed a piece of clothing without asking. No.
I've never done that. Have you left?
I've had it done to me.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't done it.
Left a bad tip at a restaurant. Yeah. And it was deserved. This doesn't give any qualifications. I've left a bad tip because it was deserved. Ah! Left a single coin as the tip at a sit-down restaurant. I've not done that.
No.
That's asking to be a douche. Like,
yeah. What was that one Reddit thing we read one time where the dude put $5 on the table and then takes $1 away?
Apparently, Kaz, that is an actual thing where that people do these power plays, these manipulative power plays with their fucking restaurant fucking employee that has to deal with the shit, and they put down money and they're like, here, they fan it out on the table. It's like, here's your $5 plasma dollars.
Oh, no.
And then you take them away. You're like, oh, the ketchup was cold. Take $1 away. Okay, I guess I have to turn off. I have to turn off sound files. I never thought I would have to. All right, but have you left a single coin, Kaz? No, you have not done that.
No.
Have you skipped the tip completely at a sit-down restaurant? Yes, I've done that. Is that not a thing? I have not tipped because people have been so shitty.
Yeah, I think I've done that.
I don't think that's evil. If a service is so bad that bases on tips, then no, I'm not going to tip. It's not. It has to be the person that doing the. It wouldn't be like I wouldn't not tip for a situation where I got bad food at a restaurant, because the person who's getting the tip isn't necessarily the person making the food. Like, I wouldn't put that on them. But if you were an asshole and you were problematic, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, no, I don't fucking tip the shit. You know. whatever.
Yeah, I think it's been based on service.
Yeah, it would have to be service, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Speaking of, right?
Please.
I have a conundrum, and chat, put down your pitchforks for 2 seconds because I need to figure this out. So the other day, we went to this sit down restaurant, this like ramen place. The service was fine, food was fine, everything was fine, right? But I think they got confused somewhere when we went to pay, because I gave them a tip in cash. I gave them my card, but I think other people had given them, like, were done around the same time we were. And I think what happened was, I don't think our server, like, the person who took our card gave us our card, wasn't the person who gave us our card back. Right? So you know how they pre-run your card?
Yes.
For the amount?
Some
but
places,
then, you know, they're gonna fucking do the charge later.
They check that the card is active by doing $1 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They never actually charged me.
Okay.
So, and I work right across the street from this place.
Okay. I'm scared that you ran.
No. I didn't find this out until later. Like, they gave me the thing, I signed it, and then I was looking through my bank statements, and I never saw it, like, 2 days later. So I was like, maybe it just took a minute. Then I looked, like, a week later, and there was no charge from this place. And I'm just like, like, so at this point, I'm like, I guess if I go back there, I'm only using cash, just so they don't feel like
they're not cross-checking. I mean, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what I figured too, and I figured that at this point, that's a them problem, not a me problem.
Yes.
JVZ, it's expensive enough, all right? It's a fucking, like, hoity-toity Japanese ramen place. Like, it's expensive enough. They know their clientele is white as fuck, and they can get away with the upcharge, so they do it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't understand any of your concerns with it. Like, there are places that literally are just like, we'll charge 29% of the blah 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 if you leave your credit card or blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, come on, you don't have to give shit to your customers. I don't understand that. Kaz, have you ever Have you ever gone to a restaurant? I had to parse this one for a bit before I could understand how to read it. Have you ever gone to a restaurant that let me preface this with they have a separate cup, or they have a separate designation for if you decide that you want a fountain drink or soda versus just a water cup, and then taken that cup and gone and filled it up with soda.
Yes, of course I have, man.
So my thing is, do we count when we were kids? Do we count when we were kids, or do we count when we're grown adults? Because I haven't done this since I was an adult. I have been very much like, I am a water cup person. I have the cup that is labeled water.
I'm counting when I was a kid, because I don't do that shit now, because I'm like, I legitimately want the water.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right, your next thing is, have you blatantly ignored someone who is trying to talk to you? I'm going to already check yours. I'm going to go ahead and check yours and mine. We both had that conversation in our lives. Have you ever changed lanes without using your blinker?
No, because I don't drive, so can't catch me for that one.
I hate everyone that doesn't use blinkers. I am a blinker religioso, and I'm not a great driver. And I hate driving. That being said, I will use a blinker in a turn lane where I'm in the pocket that only turns right, and I will have that blinker on because I want to tell everyone, I want to what's the word for it? Showcase that I am doing the thing. I want to telegraph that I am turning to the right. Have you ever cut someone off in traffic, Kaz?
Nope.
I feel like I have. I'm gonna take that one away. I feel like I've done it. Kaz has never driven in his life. Have you ever purposely bumped?
I have, but like not with like more than 4 cars around me.
Have you purposefully bumped another car with your car?
No, not purposely.
What's crazy is I will say emphatically no, but I have dated 78% of people I've dated have been like, yeah, fuck yeah, I fucking bumped that person. Fuck yeah, I pushed my car into them.
Yo, all right, here's just a thing in general. Fucking women are very aggressive drivers. Just in general. Just a fucking general
I
fucking
don't want to
general
jump on this as
blanket
my...
statement.
this not
Fucking
got the
general
curly seal of approval, but let's go on.
women are fucking aggressive. Like fucking... They're just so fucking aggressive, dude. Like when they drive, like...
Is that where you had? Is that what you had? Is that all you had? Is that all you had?
No, I ain't going deeper. I was gonna go deeper, but I'm not gonna go deeper. I'm gonna take the word of my lawyer Leon on this one. I'm gonna walk away from the rest of that statement.
Rudy Leon Amuzi has just said, no, we can't. Have you ever posted a photo of your friends who looked bad in that situation just because you looked good?
No.
It's a hard yes for me. There has been times where I'm like, everybody else in this version of the photo that we've taken looks shitty, but I look good, and every other photo I look bad, but they look good. This is the one that's going on Twitter. Boom. Have you ever posted a photo of your friends? Your friends looked bad in just because you looked good, and then tagged them? Yeah. Yeah. JVZ, that hot tub photo in Vegas, I was the worst looking person in it. I'm just saying. Kaz, have you ever stolen someone else's Instagram caption for yourself?
Caption?
I don't know what that means.
You just say yeah. Just say yeah, because I don't know what that means either.
Have you ever stolen someone else's tweet for yourself? I've already checked both of ours.
No.
What?
I mean, I don't think
You've
I
not
have.
heard a tweet, seen a tweet, saw a funny tweet, and just been like, copy pasta.
I mean, I usually just retweet it with a comment to try to make it funny. Cause
You know what? Then you've never stolen one. Well done. Have you ever, and this is where I realize I need clarification here. Have you ever subtweeted someone? Still don't know what a subtweet is.
I think that's what I just said. Like where you retweet with comment, so like you could try to get that clout. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I don't know what subtweeting
This is
means.
where me and Curly get old. We don't actually.
I don't know what people complain all the time. They're like, "Stop subtweeting me," and I'm like, I don't know if I am. Oh, no! I always tag someone on Twitter at least.
I mean, I do it about sports all the time. Like, I ain't gonna tag LeBron when I'm talking shit about the fucking Lakers. Like, he don't need to be a part of that.
I literally, I'm always like, when I'm doing shit, like literally when we're planning shit for like the Game Awards, I will literally like in my train of thought, I'm like, yeah, bitches, we're trying to do that thing where we're gonna make fun of Jeff Keighley, and I'll fucking at Jeff Keighley in that tweet. And be like, yeah, we're making fun of you, bitch. Call it out. Deal with it. Like, I've never had a problem with subtweeting people or unsubtweeting people.
I don't use Twitter that much that I get passive aggressive on Twitter. Like,
yeah, I'm not worried about what anyone thinks.
Yeah.
Have you ever told someone that they had the face for radio?
Yeah.
Yep. I've said things.
Said it to myself. Said it to other people.
Oh, Kaz, this is gonna go back to childhood, but have you ever purposefully put your foot out with the intent to trip somebody?
Yes, of course I have, dude. What the fuck? Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've been
That's
there.
a lunchroom classic, bro. Yo, so a thing they had here that I fucking loved, right? It was terrible. Was and we've talked about this. But it was a very, very big thing here in Baltimore, which was when somebody's coming down to go to their seat in the lunchroom and they have the tray, the trade lunch, right? You just slap that shit out of their hand.
Do you go up or do you go down?
You go down.
You go down so it flips and then it shoots the food? Yeah, it shoots the food.
Yeah.
You go down
but
on it shoots the food. You
more
go
what
up.
you want, right? You have to have a partner, right? Because if they see you looking, then they know, right? So you have to have somebody that's like,
Someone
like,
distracts.
go.
Yeah, someone like,
Slap it.
Karen, I would love to go to the prom.
Right. And the whole point, right? The whole point that makes it okay is you have to after you slap it and their food hits the ground, you got to be like, save your life. You don't want that. So like that was the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to back away. I don't like this. Kaz. This is a bad Kaz. This is the worst timeline Kaz.
Fucking inner city children, bro. This is what we do, bro.
You took it out on each other instead of taking it out on the person that fucking put you there.
But you had to learn the path that you go. Don't go past any tables where no one's eating. Like they're just looking around. Like you don't go past those tables. You gotta worm your way through the lunchroom, dog.
Kaz, have you ever pulled someone's chair out from underneath them as they were about to sit down?
Yeah. Yes. Just mark it, dog.
I'm not lying. I'm marking the same ones as Kaz. I have no fucking high ground at this point. I used to do that bullshit where you'd wait for someone. This isn't on the list. Maybe it isn't. I actually haven't looked at this list, but to this day, my nightmare regression, my regret regression, is remembering moments where I joined the people that had made fun of me as much as they had done, but I fell into the ranks quickly enough to just do shit like go behind that person, make sure they don't see you behind them, and then crouch behind them and wait for one of us to come over and like talk to the person and then push them over you. The whole sneaky fucking like push someone off of their fucking thing and then have someone trip there. I hate it so much, but it happens so much. It was just a childhood thing that we were assholes about. Ugh.
Favorite topping is Miller. Yeah.
Have you ever hidden in a bush, closet, etc., and then jumped out and scared someone?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna let you choose where you want to tell stories.
I mean, that's just general walking home from school, like knowing the path that everybody walks and just fucking waiting for them and scaring them and then continuing on our way.
To this day, my most terrified moment of my entire life. There was this girl. She lived like 3 or 4 doors down in the apartment complex. She was someone who I never thought I'd have to interact with, but we knew who she was, our age. One day, unbeknownst to me, she decided to become friends with my sister on a very strict mission. She had become friends with my 5 years younger than me sister, and I didn't know. I went home. I went to my bedroom, my very solitary bedroom where I know where things are. And my bedroom was clean, which is where I had left it. But there was a Ninja Turtle on the pillow of my bed. A Ninja Turtle figurine. And I was like, I walked into my room, I took my shoes off and I looked over and I was like, as my brain was going, that's weird. That wasn't there. Why would there be my Ninja Turtle on my bed sheet, on my pillow? Why is this? And as soon as I was like, my brain was doing that mental calculus, this neighborhood girl ripped the fucking closet door open and jumped out of my closet and grabbed me. I've never screamed and swung as fucking fast as I had. And I was so, to this day, I probably was 7 years old. I am still terrified of that moment because I was so caught off guard. I was just like, I thought I was in a safe place and then I wasn't. And then there was a thing. And I was just like, there were so many, like, all the sums of the parts don't make any sense. But when you put it all together, my brain was broken and I was in like a shock for a while. There was a moment where I was like, I think I need to just sit for the rest of the evening and just like contemplate what has happened. It was terrifying. Kaz, have you ever cut someone off in line?
Does it count?
Yep.
When all right, fine, yeah.
Have you ever complained about something not because it was bad, but because you wanted to get it for free?
No. Not that I can think of.
I've never done it for myself. I've done it for other people. Yeah, and that makes sense for that. I've done it for other people. I wanted to get people off scot-free for something. Kaz, have you ever watched someone knock something over and not offer to help them?
Yeah.
I have been at a supermarket and watched someone accidentally clip an end cabinet and just knock a bunch of shit on the floor. And it's just like beans or liquids spread everywhere. And I just like, I will do a hop skip over it and be like, whoo, that's your problem. And I'll just scoot on to the next fucking area. Have you ever watched someone fall and not offer to help them up?
Fall and not offer to help them up. Yeah. I see. I've done it in multiple situations where I'm like, oh, like, damn, that dude fell, but he looks like he's all right, like, and it looks like it would be more embarrassing for him if I acknowledged that I saw him fall. So, like, I'm gonna just, act like I didn't, so he could keep his dig. You know what I mean?
You're helping a guy maintain whatever he's personally decided, right? Give people a chance to recover, as JVZ says. I like that. Give people a chance to recover. That's my new presidential running situation. Give people a chance to recover. Kaz, have you ever been the banker in Monopoly?
Yeah.
Have you ever secretly hoarded money while being the banker?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk about it. I've done it as well.
I fucking embezzle all the time, I do.
I always had a fucking whole bunch of pink fucking 50s hiding in the secret stash. Have you ever
give somebody two, you take one, you know what I mean?
Have you ever absolutely roasted someone in a group chat?
Probably.
I'm gonna be right back.
What the? He really just walks away. Fucking all right. Fucking audio viewers, Curly just fucking literally just fucking peaced out. Yep, that's just how that went. I don't even know what the fuck that was about. I don't do it all the time, Miller. I do it a good majority of the time now, like a hot majority of the time. But yeah, fucking depends on the situation. Like fucking depends on what people are doing, what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like, just fuck. VZ, it depends on the sitch.
Have you ever farted and then blamed it on someone else?
Yeah.
Have you ever burped and then blown it in someone's face?
No.
Have you ever let someone else eat something that might have gone bad because you didn't want to risk it?
Because you didn't want to risk it? I mean...
You check this.
I mean, I've had some moments where like I sniffed some milk and I was like, ooh, but I didn't throw it away. And then somebody else like came along and they were like, yo, man, that milk's bad. And I was I thought it was, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go with the same for me because sincerely, like, there has been times where I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable, but I'm not going to make that decision for others. Let them figure it out based on the fucking packaging. Have you ever gone through someone's phone without their permission? Your friendship lies heavily on this.
Yes?
I heard yes. I heard yes.
Yeah. I said yeah.
Okay. Wait. Okay, hold on. No. IT work wouldn't make sense because I have permission. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Debunk.
Have you ever, and I don't actually know what this term technically means fully, but this is literally just a 2-sentence here. Have you ever ghosted someone? That's when you like just stop talking out of nothing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you just
All
fucking...
Right. So I've definitely done that.
Yeah, I've done it too.
Have you ever sent someone a Venmo request for something that costs less than $1?
No.
I have not done that. I don't know who has done that, but holy shit. Have you ever spoiled a movie or TV show for someone?
Not intentional.
It doesn't say intentionally. I feel like I've done it. I don't have an example, but I feel like I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever spoiled a movie or TV show for someone as they were watching it in real time? I am very religious when I'm watching something with someone that I know I've seen and they have not seen, and I don't. People here actually are people that would call me out on that, though. So if I've ever spoiled something for you during a show that we've watched.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've done that.
No,
but like, I generally try to stay quiet when people are watching things. Like I try to, like, especially even if it's something that I've seen and I'm super excited about, just because like.
Well, so someone says a caveat, which I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand, which is what we should probably say here. This includes saying some shit like, "Oh, this is the best part I like," or "Oh, this is the best part." When you do that, you're changing a person's interpretation of the scene that they're about to see. You're fucking with their experience. So don't do that. But yeah. I think Kaz is fine. I don't know. I don't know what your actual life is. Have you ever found a wallet full of money on the ground and kept it?
No.
Would you?
But I found money on the ground that someone dropped and kept it.
I guess I've never found a wallet, so I'm gonna uncheck that. I found as a kid a rolled up newspaper with scratchers in it, like lottery scratchers that had $60 won on it. And it was just in the middle of a parking lot that I picked up because I was a kid and I thought it'd be funny. And then I opened it and it was $60, and then I got a new video game because what I did.
All right.
So not a wallet. Have you ever, Cass, this is the final question, and this is just going to harken back. Apparently, I did not plan this. The final question. Cass, have you deliberately stepped on a crack to break your mother's back?
Yeah.
He's sure. He's sure.
Yeah.
Show me my results. All right, so this is determining if you're evil out of whatever. This is BuzzFeed. This is our own bullshit. Kaz, we are only 3 questions out from each other. We both got the same thing. I'm apparently 96% of all quiz takers, and you're 93% of all quiz takers. We're both pretty evil. You're constantly struggling between being a good person and letting yourself evil side shine through. You're at least you're pretty good about half the time. Yeah.
I mean, I think anything over 90 is just fucking. It should say you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, we've done most of those things, so. Yeah. 'Tis the life. Well, on that note, I'm pretty done here. We've hit the 2-hour mark. We can end the stream and the podcast. Oh, wait, shit. Oh,
What?
you wanted to talk about emails.
Yeah, fucking email. Here's the email.
All right, here's the cool thing. All right. Before the stream started, Open Bayou asked me, hey, man, if I send you an email about PAX South, do you guys want to talk about PAX South? And I said, absolutely. Send me that fucking email. We'll bring it up. I'll put a whole little thing in my Google Doc that tells me to remember to talk about emails at the end of the show. Let's do it. So I just opened my email. I do not have an email from Open Bayou. So that is not going to happen at this point. PAX South happened, apparently, guys. Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Honestly, what I want to reiterate before we actually end this actual stream, we have an ongoing / will be discussed and finished discussing by the time that Monday or Tuesday runs around. But please chime in on the Discord with your opinions about what we're going to do for DKG Vegas. Do you want it to be in April? I think we're pretty much solidified on that. What do you want to see there? What do you anticipate being the shenanigans? And what do you think about going to New York in February? And what do you think about going to San Diego in September? All those things I would like to have as discussion topics in the cons and meetups on the Discord. But other than that, yeah, have yourselves a great night. And thanks for being here for the podcast. See you guys the rest of the year. Kaz can end the show now. I think he's frozen again. I think he's still frozen. Is he frozen? I think he's frozen.
No, I'm sorry. I started looking at something.
How do you do that? You look like Madame Tussauds fucking wax structures. You're so...
Yo, this thing popped up in my Twitter feed, dude. These girls, I gotta give them respect. They're fighting the fact that you can bring a gun on the campus of their school, but it is illegal to have a sex toy on the campus of their school. So they're just giving out sex toys to people.
All right. We're back in the news section of the podcast, guys. You want to start over? Cut this to the news. We're done with the stream. Can I go to bed? Can I stop yelling?
Yeah, you can. You can. Fucking dkgWELP. Fucking go to the website. You love us. I love you. You love all the things that we do. Fucking hell yeah, baby.
For the first time, I can actually cue this song up and not overcut Kaz's conversation. But now he stops talking. Have a great night, guys. We're going to find out the title of the show in the after show. So hang out there. If you're listening to this live, come by next time live. It'll be great. See you guys later.